infrastructure projects, money will be invested in. Unlike the current situation where all the budgets and the projects come to this house. So he will be thoroughly exposed this time round. That is the information that I think.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, Mheshimiwa Karoli amenipotezea wakati wangu. Mheshimiwa Speaker, huu mswada tunaujadili sasa. Kisha utafika kipindi cha kwamba tukaweze kufanya marekebisho. Ndio uweke yale yako ambayo unaona yanafaa.
Endelea bwana Kombe.
Mheshimiwa Speaker,
muongezee dakika moja Honorable Kombe.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, mswada huu kwa hali yoyote ile, kwa hali na mali, ningewaomba wabunge wenzangu tukaweze kuunga mkono na tukaupitishe asubuhi na mapema ili kwamba maendeleo yakaweze kufika katika kila eneo bunge. Asante Mheshimiwa Speaker.
Mheshimiwa Naomi wako. You know, the speaker looks at so many things. He looks at regions, he looks at gender, he looks at everything. This thing has got to be balanced, so don't worry. What did he say? Yeah, Naomi is also extremely beautiful. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to support this bill, and I happen to come from northern part of Kenya, which is underdeveloped up to today. And I don't know how many years it will take us to catch up with the rest of this country. Honorable Speaker, all the people who are trying to oppose this bill are the people who come from the developed areas. They have roads, they have other infrastructure, and they are against this development just because they don't want the rest of us to benefit. I come from Marsabit, and today what we want is to have water. And all our problems, in fact, our main problem in Marsabit is water. And unless we get these funds, then we will not be able to get enough water to do agriculture, because even the other areas of this country can no longer depend on the rainwater. So if we can do irrigation of farming and feed some of the people that come from northern part of Kenya, that is what we are crying for today, so that we can also be like any other part of this country. When it comes to the roads, the road infrastructure, Honorable Speaker, where I come from, it is only during the time of the late Kibaki that we were able to get even the main road from here to Marsabit and beyond. When you get to Marsabit, you cannot see the feeder roads. The schools are still, in fact, some students study under trees. That is why I stand to support when some of the honorable members here are busy laughing at the challenges that, you know, some part of this country go through. I don't want to be...
You've had your time, don't waste. What is your point of order, Mbui?
Mr. Speaker, I just want to confirm. Several members have continuously indicated that this fund is supposed to be sorting out problems of development where there was none before. Mr. Speaker, this is not equalization fund. They need to tell us where that
is. Order. Equalization fund is 0.5%. How do you equalize?
Honorable Mbui, you had your time, give me my time, so that I can also express myself. Honorable Speaker, I strongly support this bill because this bill is an innovative way to raise funds for infrastructure without imposing additional burden to Kenyans. That is what every Kenyan is looking forward to. 2 years ago, we had a lot of challenges because of taxes. But today, once we approve this bill, once we debate, and, you know, once the president assents to this, then we will be able to avoid overtaxing Kenyans. Honorable Speaker, I support this bill, as I said, because it the legal background of the bill says that the Constitution empowers Parliament to establish other public funds for specific purposes through an act of Parliament. And that is all we are doing today. And this bill gives effect to this Constitution provision by creating a structured, accountable frame for unfractured financing in the county. Honorable Speaker, our country has suffered a lot. And I just want us to imagine what percentage...
Allow this lady to say something. What's your point about that? Yes.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, you know I'm listening to Honorable Wako, and I really respect her, but I think it will not be in order for what she is saying to go without really correcting the record. If you look at clause 23 of this bill, it says the fund shall undertake feasibility studies on investment projects to determine the commercial viability of the projects.
Order.
The word commercial is important. I come from...
Order. Proceed, Naomi Wako, proceed. Conclude.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Again, I support this because I have read through and seen composition of the board directors, which is quite good. And the only thing that we need to correct is under qualification for appointment of the chairperson, which says 15 years. And I am sure the committee has already taken care of that. They have reduced that from 15 to 10 years, which is acceptable and will also be beneficial. Honorable Speaker, I support this bill, and it is my prayer that every part of this country will be developed so that we can go to Singapore. Thank you.
Honorable Mbui, Honorable Dr. Makali, the most viable areas in this country today are the arid and semi-arid areas. Commercially, yes. Land and minerals. Proceed. This is not the days of just coffee and tea.